now we're at the game that I have been dreading making a video on, Sonic 2. Now that I've fully replayed Sonic 4, this is no longer my least favourite classic Sonic game. However, out of the original 4 games being 1, 2, 3 and CD, this has got to be my least favourite. To me, this is the Sonic colours of the classic games. I get why people would like it, but it's just not for me. To begin with, the story of this game is pretty much the same as in Sonic 1. Except we have Tails this time. Yay! God, am I keeping that in? And by the end of the game, we're in space. And look at this amazing cutscene. You know what? While we're here, Origins, thank you for doing this. You know, the original cutscene was... Can you even see this? But I do like the Origins cutscene we got here. It just feels... And so leaping right into the gameplay, there have been a few changes since Sonic 1. The speed cap is just fucking gone, but I think that was also gone in CD. I just covered that one first. And also the spin dash has been introduced. By holding down and slamming on that jump button, you can take off at lightning speeds. And this is where my issue kind of pops up. I talk about the levels as I have done before, but to me they're all basically the same besides maybe like 2 of them. You see, when you're in a 2D space, and the main focus of your game is going as fast as possible, a lot of levels just blend together. And let's not kid ourselves, that is the main focus of Sonic 2, going as fast as you can, no matter the cost. I mean, Chemical Plant's pretty great, I can see why he kept on coming back. Hidden Palace is a fun cut level, I'm glad it's back. Oil Ocean always sticks out because of Sonic Mania and I keep forgetting that it's in this game. And the Death Egg is a piece of shit. Look, I'll be honest here. 2 and 3K are in the same video because I just don't have much to say on 2. It's the only classic game I mindlessly play, and that's fine when you're rushing out a game a year. Now, if the original intention of the time travel story had made it through, maybe there'd be something for me to remember, but I can't really remember a lot about this game as it is. I keep forgetting some levels exist, like Hilltop. Who remembers Hilltop? I only do, because of how it relates to the cut content. In terms of a level, it has dinosaurs, right? If stuff like Wood Zone, Rockworld, Sand Shower, Genocide City, if they ever made it through, maybe there'd be more to talk about, especially Genocide City. Or Cyber City as we're going to be called. Or hell, maybe if the Death Egg wasn't cut down severely like it was. And hell, Hilltop is just Emerald Hill with a coat of paint. Why? It's a remnant of the time travel mechanics. All I can feel when I play this game is a game so rushed and cut down, it just feels disjointed. Like half of it is missing because... it is. It's so streamlined and so focused on going fast that nothing here grabs my attention. It is the only classic Sonic game I just don't think about when playing. And unfortunately, nothing clicks here with me. It is a good game, and if you find it as your favourite, that is great. I'm glad you found something here to enjoy that I didn't. But I did. The multiplayer is nice. I mean, you get the spin dash and... Tails can fly in the 2011 remake, which is the version that's in Origins. Oh yeah, I guess Tails is here, I should talk about him. He's just Sonic, but he can fly with his 2 tails, there's nothing more to add. But fuck the special stages. And I've still yet to beat the Death Egg robot at stage states because it just doesn't function half the time. It doesn't feel like I'm going into a fair, engaging challenge. It feels like they forgot to add a difficulty curve, and was like, fuck it, take out everything all at once. Hell, if you look here, I've got rings here because... I needed to capture the footage for the video, but I just wasn't gonna replay it the way the game wanted me to. It's just like, did they test the boss fight? And for a game that's been overly easy until Metropolis being a pain in the ass is like, you can get through it, but then you get to Death Egg and it's like, Jesus Christ, calm the fuck down. Let's just move on to the game I actually like. Now, while Sonic 2 had an interesting development story, let's say, Sonic 3 has a very modern development story. It was rushed out the door, incomplete, and fixed later with a DLC that also patched the game. A story that Origins also had, and many other AAA games have, like others we will get to soon. Sonic 3 and Knuckles is already ahead of the curve on that front. And yes, we should talk about the Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles as 2 separate games slapped together. Think something like Final Horizons, but on a much bigger scale. Sonic 3 ends at a good point, but clearly just the halfway point. Stuff starts picking up, starts getting good, and then it just ends. And that's because of motherfucking McDonald's. But instead of the game just being heavily rushed, it felt like it cut off right at the end of Act 2. And in saying that, they released a new game 6 months later, And by slamming that Sonic 3 cart in the Sonic and Knuckles cart, you get the extended Act 3 of Sonic 3. And I do mean an extended Act 3. If you just play the Sonic and Knuckles levels on their own, they feel like a random grab bag of level ideas. And level 1 is not meant to be a first level, Mushroom Hill. You know what, I'm going to talk about that, I should just get into the levels. Angel Island Zone is pretty damn good fun. It's a great opening level, and by the halfway point of Act 1, it explodes into flames. Overall, fun start. Hydro City, or Hydrocity if you fucking hate yourself, is a pretty fun water level. Definitely the best, or second best, classic water level stages in the series. I think bouncing in and out of the water just really helps things. You never spend so long in water, so you start to slow down too much, but it's there enough for you to remember it as the gimmick. Marble Zone, it has the most amount of big rings here. So, you know, blue spheres anyone, you run in a straight line and just change direction. Get all the blue balls, leave all the red balls behind, use yellow balls to jump behind you, you know? It's also kind of okay, I guess. I don't really have much to say on it other than it's good. Carnival Night Zone is... yeah, we'll get to it. As an underwater carnival, it's fun, it's bouncy, and this thing can go commit oof itself. Ice Cap Zone, best zone in the game. Of all zones, it's fun, it's frantic, it's got a really awesome design, it doesn't have any true slow points. It even does the best thing a Sonic game could do, play around with the physics of the game. I said we'd get to it. Next up is Launch Base Zone. This works as the midway point of the game before you watch the Death Egg attempt to take off before it's crashed back into the ground. Too bad for some people, this was just the end. Oops. Mushroom Hill Zone is not a starting level. It's chaotic, it's bouncy, it's all over the damn place, and there are even times where you're just yanked back. Heck, in Sonic 3's level selects code, Mushroom Valley was clearly never meant to be the first level. It also reused concept art from Sonic 2. I thought I'd mention as much. Flying Battery is... look, Sonic & Knuckles isn't the best half of the game, okay? Flying Battery Zone is cramped, it's slow, it's got too many things going on, I just don't like it. Mania fucking saved this level if you ask me. It's as bad as Dimp's levels can be, with random crushing and bottomless pits, and it's just all over the damn place. Well, Act 1 it's fine, Act 2 is pretty terrible. After spending like 13 years playing this game, I can now beat it all with very little issue. It is still just annoying. Fuck Sandopolis, fuck Sandopolis, fuck Sandopolis, fuck Sandopolis, fuck Sandopolis, fuck Sandopolis. Lava Reef is when Sonic 3 gets back on track. This is a very fun level, maybe the best Sonic lava level in the series. But there's still up for debate. I even love the crystalline aesthetic of Act 2. I mean, look at my channel name. I love when games have crystal levels. Just take a look at my glowing review of, what was it called from Sonic CD? Crystal Cavern? No, what was it? Quartz Quadrant, there we go. Hidden Palace is where we get some real character development, and while the character battle is not the best here, it's more of a cutscene place. And then Knuckles sends up to Sky Sanctuary. This level is iconic for a reason. It shows up too damn much. Nah, but seriously, it's a fun, great time. I'm kinda glad it's just a one-zone act. It helps to really build up the sense of, holy shit, we gotta get moving, gotta get moving to the Death Egg, which is starting to take off again. It's the penultimate level and feels like it. And we're up against Sonic. He reuses fights from Sonic Past, but for the grand finale of the quadrility, I can live with it. And then we go up to Death Egg Zone. This is a pretty okay final level. Sonic and Finale have never been two worlds that go great together, even back in the 90s or hell, even today. At least the boss fight here is cool. You just get to see Dr. Eggman refuse to give up this damn emerald. It's great. And you know, you beat the shit out of this giant robot, you break its fingers, he then starts shooting lasers at you and you start fighting back, and he still won't give it up, so you just have to chase after him to get it. And then, if you get all the Chaos Emeralds or Super Emeralds, you go flying up and have to keep chasing after the bastard. And then, he pulls out this giant machine that you destroy with his own missiles, ram into, and he still refuses to give it up. But with everything being said and done, we return the emerald right back to its rightful home, and fuck off away from Angel Island, ready for Knuckles to never come back because he's stuck on Angel Island. And that was Sonic 3. Fuck, I forgot to talk about Chuckles. Knuckles is just Sonic if you learn how to be cool, glide, and climb walls. While I kinda rushed through Sonic 3, the reason is that it's more classic Sonic. Sure, it has stuff like the elemental shields, which protect you from elemental attacks, but they're all just neat add-ons. This is the 4th classic Sonic game, and by this point they had everything figured out. So all they needed to do was just not fuck up the formula from here on out, and they'd be golden. Well, this is Sega as we're on about. They probably already fucked it up 4 times before the game even came out, oops. And I gotta be honest, by the time we get to Hidden Palace, I'm gonna gladly switch things up for a level or 2. It does make things feel better, you know? Like, by that point in the game, it's easy to get a little fatigued, so when they do change it up, it is such a blessing. Alright, I said I'd get to this later, let's get to this. The music in Sonic 3K is legendary, and by now, everybody knows MJ works on the music to this game, and that for Origins they had to change the music. Being honest, it's not the worst thing in the world since Sonic 3 had kinda stopped being re-released for a while there. But it is somewhat annoying, since they replaced the best soundtracks in the game with, not the best replacements. I mean, they come from the beta of Sonic 3, I think before Michael Jackson even got on board. But Jun Sonoda did the remixes, and just keep the man away from a synthesizer, please. And so that's what I'm gonna call it an end to the episode. Until next time, take care. Bye!